Jonathan Crane had always hated his family. Born outside the comforts of a city, Jonathan's father left before he was even born, and his mother was forced to leave the boy in the care of his fanatically devout great-grandmother. And boy, she did not practice what she preached. She'd horribly abused the boy, mentally and physically breaking him. That's not to mention all the bullying he received. With his outlandish interest and spindly frame, neighborhood goons would take to calling him the Scarecrow. Though the worst of these torments was cleaning out the family chapel, always infested with crows. His great-grandmother would dress him up to scare them away, lacing the suit with a special compound made to enhance the fright in the crows. It unfortunately also enhanced the fright in Jonathan, making him perpetually terrified of the matriarch. Eventually, Crane had had enough. Embracing his lanky body, he developed his own unique variant of kung fu, almost a sort of violent dancing. He'd also learned of the compound his great-grandmother had been using, and decided to take it for a more malicious spin. He struck back at his bullies one night, intending to give them a serious scare. It proved a bit too effective, and he unwillingly scared them to death. He became enthralled by this. All his life had been about fear, but he was finally now the one to use it. Deciding that fear couldn't control him if he controlled it, he'd use this same compound to aid in the murder of his great-grandmother, ending his abuse, but starting something much worse. He'd enroll at Gotham University as a psychologist focused on studying fear, and would eventually find himself a professor after the last one had a, accident. He would inevitably be dismissed, though, after lessons on fear went too far, and he discharged a revolver in the classroom. As it would happen, the people behind his firing also happened to have accidents.